Indiana
come together quickly. Many people had this. Having some trouble here on the opening possession, and that's Clark had it poked away. Martin launches his way out. Size advantage. Howard flips it.
For the Valkyries, which is last.
Burton drops it. Fagbenle lets it. First two shots here tonight.
Hey, defender she is.
Here's Mitchell, who's bounced past Mitchell. Fires it up.
The scorer get to the free throw line.
She has been on no injuries for either.
See some minutes out of her today.
She's away from home. They've really played well in her. They've gone to her a couple times. She sets Donald's 8th game with the fever, but her over on the drive, steps back and not playing well in her first games. They're missing their first two. On one, Howard will take it herself, flip it low 40% for their transition. That's just such a change. Again, looking to push.
Opportunities in transition.
And Burton feed inside and a lot of contact.
But boy, she looked pretty quick.
Boston on the drive, flips it up and flames this year. Not today as Burton into the corner. There's McDonald straight up the gut.
Means you're probably going to give up some offensive boards
so far this afternoon. Thornton battling through a triple team. Really turns the corner on the drive. Banks first all-star appearance and a little over. Boston kick out. McDonald wide. Lob inside for Billings, who hangs. Clark back. Defensive rebound. Drops it for Cunningham. Kayla Tipson, who played big minutes without time weapon. Late was left. First Cup game, it did not count toward officials.
Overall efficiencies, Pat. They're on the top.
Drive, kick out, Cunningham, who launches. Emily Nakase goes deep. They do start 5 players, but in reality,
that's what they play. Great ball pressure.
Moving screen there, a little 5-0 run.
Clark.
Late launches, hold for close to the last shot. Cunningham shot fakes the 3.
Productive in those scenarios.
So the Fever won't have the last shot, and it's well. Here is the Fever rookie going to work. Hayes drives on Clark. Hayes of rebound. Lexi Hull has 3 of them. Here's Howard, just has to fight.
But Indiana wants to run offensively.
Who has really picked up her game late. And now percentage. So the Fever have 2 of the.
And the rotations with Caitlin Clark.
Leticia Me floor right now. Here's Howard back on the. Tries to take advantage. Hull will.
Mike Weiner is
the double figures in the minutes category. Floor. Boston handoff. Mick. They relieve Burton, and she makes good hands.
Very well done.
Extra pass. Chen is open. Back to back
defense. You can change your pace off.
Not led since the early moments of this game. It's the handle, and Howard on offense doing so again here today. Fagbenle. Mitchell off the screen is Salon. Howard has her pin. Handoff Mitchell, who finds some space mates, by the way. Caitlin Clark drafted her. The Fever have just 10
Valkyries because they will turn it, fits right into the makeup of their team.
And the Fever know what Temi Fagbenle. Golden State has rattled off the last 9. Cross-court pass, Howard, extra fine.
She could see, it's a really good job by Kelsey.
Long-rangey Fagbenle showing off.
Well, Fagbenle runs. She runs.
Burton lines up, if they'd like that number to be higher as Boston.
But she's not giving up much ground.
Burton dips the 3. Thornton will just have to hoil of the Valkyries ever since. Half away from All-Star Weekend convert possession.
I don't think Stephanie White's over, and the Valkyries get a triple.
Here's Hayes driving by since late in the first quarter. A nice
guarding inside the 3-point line in the first half.
And Thornton.
I think next
circle. It was the right call. Of the first half. Mitchell shot clock down to 3. Fever hit 4 threes in that. Valkyries do a nice job of getting. Hayes attacking Boston, going coast to Mitchell. Step back. 18-point swing. Shot. Now remember the first quarter they.
And usually they ghost that.
Does she get it off in time? Boston collision at midcourt. No foul call. A pillar of consistency here for.
And Natasha Howard playing
in the first double-digit lead, and Kate Martin. McDonald finds some space, but Burton leaves it for Martin, who hit offensive end. Thornton launches. See, Kate finds some space. There's a start.
Playoff on either end of the floor.
Burton, and around the rim. Mitchell gets inside, in amongst the trees.
Leah Boston, he was 5 for 7 from the free throw line in here. The Fever got to get her the ball and a quality.
We go to work when you.
On the drive, the kick out, and Thornton. But a second offensive rebound to the since for Metal, and Dantas had 30. Timpson will take it at Martin, fading and hit by Mitchell. Thornton's been hot from 3. Hayes weaves her way, tip into the corner. It's
on Kate Martin. There you go. Lexi Hull.
3 on 2. Clark on the drive. And now feeds it inside to a cut.
Great cut from the weak side by Thornton. Top 10. Lead guard in this league.
Clark, here's Hull. Dantas looking for some help, instead will draw.
Handle.
USA trailed at halftime. Hayes turns it over, hit, Timpson the rebound, Timpson
Does keep you off balance as a ball.
Clark gets inside, bank shorts. She'll launch from 2, bouncing, Dantas hitting. Salon finds, lofts it up, Timpson pulls it down. Salon, fade, fire. They've got 5 of them in the corner.
Switching.
As you noted, they need Timpson fires it up, but here's late on the drive, late to the rim.
That should have been a foul right there. Defensive 3-second rule. They should.
Cunningham launches.
Anytime you get that.
Burton hangs and draws. Valkyries on a 5-0 run. Mitchell cross in. Timpson flips it. Burton fire away. Now here a little bit in Indy. Mitchell on the drive. Mitchell through 72%. She's up over 80. Franchise since 2000. Stephanie White manages it. Back Ben.
Doing was switching on. No.
Mitchell pulls up there on the handoff. Burton driving on McDonald. Hangs.
They've done a really good job of moving the ball. I've been impressed with Veronica Burton. Her coach.
It's a 12-1 Ingham. Back for McDonald. Late steps into a 3. On her former teammate, pins her inside by Boston. Got by Howard. Deficit. Clark catch and shoot. And here is a Boston 3.
She's 3 for 13.
Clark off to the races. Clark flips it up. The Valkyries were hoping for. Back, and Tiffany Hayes does come down with it. At least live, they're into the breaks, can't finish. Defensive rebound, and Burton. Fever here in the second half. Clark with a stop and go. Clark flips it up. Salon pulls up, bounce pass Hull. 3 points, and look at the ball movement. Hull ducks in and have just blitzed Indiana. Timpson puts on the brakes.
The worst shooting performance track to not shoot it, which is
launches and
between 2 players there, whether to.
Mitchell sets up Boston. Tremendous performance. Less open when you're struggling. Lexi Hull corner.
In the action.
And the Valkyries initial run. Just a tad under 17,000.
Well, the practice court will be
on the day for Indiana. They're 23. Mitchell driving into traffic, flips it
exceptionally well. Good job defensively on all the Fever play.
Often the Fever have had to do that this year.
You play 5, you miss 5.
These 2 very different styles, with and without her. There's Kate Martin, who's played really well today.
Indiana just didn't get enough transit of the game.
Timpson spins in 90 seconds here on center momentum. Sold out crowd coming into this one.
True road game for the Fever.
Feeds Timpson. Tough afternoon of hoops. Me here spinning on Timpson. Opportunity. Salon comes. She's going to be able to go back game. Comes picture. That's great news. A pillar of consistency here for
3-point shooter. And Natasha Howard playing it.
And the Valkyries now have their largest lead in the first double-digit lead, and Kate Martin. McDonald finds some space, but Burton leaves it for Martin, who hit. They have just been totally stymied on the offensive end. Thornton launches, point lead in the first half. See Kate. Mitchell finds some space. There's a stop.
Kelsey Mitchell. You'll never see her take a play off on either end of the floor.
Bentley battling offensive rebound. And around the rim.
Rebound.
Mitchell gets inside, in amongst the trees.
Leah Boston, she was 5 for 7 from the free throw line again. She needs to get to the free throw line here. The Fever got to get her the ball and a quality.
IndianaWorkers.com. We go to work when you.
Back within 12. Hayes on the drive, the kick out, and Thornton. On the defensive end, Thornton misses, but a second offensive rebound to the after an extended cold spell. Dantas will play in her first minutes since Zill finished with a silver medal, and Dantas had 30. Timpson will take it at Martin, fading and hit on this end. Good defense there by Mitchell. Thornton's been hot from 3. 13th turnover. Hayes weaves her way. Switch on to Dantas. Cross-court pass. Tip into the corner. It's
still doesn't put more size on Kate Martin. There you go. Lexi Holst
from Caitlin Chen. Clark, 3-on-2. Clark on the drive. Oh, what a pass. And now feeds it inside to a cut.
5 out, and that's a great cut from the weak side by Thornton. Is it connected on that pass? That'd been a top 10. Complimentary role to that being of a lead guard in this league.
Dantas, bounce pass. Clark, here's Hull. Dantas being hounded. Dantas looking for some help, instead will drop.
So it was a lot for the USA team to handle.
USA trailed at halftime medal over the last few cycles. 35-year-old Tiffany Hayes turns it over. Dantas wide open. She can't hit. Timpson the rebound. Timpson.
Shot clock. So it does keep you off balance as a ball. They would look to trap that.
Clark gets inside. Banks short ahead. She lofts it up but leaves it short. Handle there just for a moment. She'll launch from 2. Clark bouncing. Dantas hitting our duties. Salon finds Clark. 3-on-2. Clark lofts it up. Timpson pulls it down, and to feel it now. Salon, fade, fire. Valkyries in the third quarter. They've got 5 of them in the quarter.
And it looked like drop even though they're switching.
As you noted, Timpson offensive rebound. Timpson fires it up, but the cross-court pass. Here's late on the drive, late to the rim.
That should have been a foul right there. Movement, then you kind of counteract the defensive 3-second rule. They should.
Of the third quarter. Cunningham launches. McDonald can't hit on the 3.
Anytime you get that, I think she just fumbled the catch.
Burton hangs and draws to shoot 2. With the Valkyries on a 5-0 run. Mitchell cross. Cunningham into traffic. Lob it up. Timpson. Timpson flips it
a few times.
Burton fire away. No. And the air out of the balloon here a little bit in Indy. McDonald sees 2. Flips to Mitchell. Mitchell on the drive. Mitchell through career averages this year from the line. 72%. She's up over 80. Cumulative record in this franchise since 2000 that she might play the rest of the way. We'll see how Stephanie White manages it. Back bench.
Based on what Indiana was previously doing was switching on. Paint! I mean, you got no personnel.
Mitchell pulls up. Not close enough there on the handoff. Here's Burton driving on McDonald. Hang.
Spread out on defense. And they've done a really good job of moving the ball. I've been impressed with Veronica Burton. The great Joe McEwen, her coach, but they played some good games.
It's a 12-1. Boston sees the double team. Cunningham back for McDonald. This afternoon, that's 29%. Late steps into a three. Boston going coast to coast, taking on her former teammate, pins her inside. Hayes gets by Boston, got by Howard. We're looking at their largest deficit. Clark catch and shoot. Team. Howard backs her way in. Here is a Boston three.
Has made 3 triples all season. She's 3 for 13.
Bentley not on the same page. Here's Clark off to the races. Clark flips it up. Again goes behind the back. Not the gamble the Valkyries were hoping for. Bentley tips it back, and Tiffany Hayes does come down with it.
Stephanie might review this.
At least live, they didn't. Bentley driving into Clark, puts on the brakes, can't finish. Burton twice, Thornton another offensive rebound, and Burton has been really problematic for the Fever here in the second half. Clark with a stop and go. Clark flips it up.
She does off the pass than anyone in the league.
Salon pulls up, spins her way into traffic. Cunningham, bounce pass, Hall. And the Fever have been held to 53 points, and look at the ball movement. Hall ducks in and lead. And the Valkyries have just blitzed Indiana. Leaves it back for Timpson, puts on the brakes.
Games, and the worst shooting performance. They're on track to not shoot it, which is
their season worst mark. Thornton launches and gets
side. So Lexi Hull was in between 2 players there, whether to.
Mitchell sets up Boston, who have put together a tremendous performance. Open looks just feel a little less open when you're struggling.
You need a few more reps.
Lexi Hull corner.
Guarding the ball and not worrying about guarding the action.
Put the Fever into the penalty. And the Valkyries in this game, after the Valkyries had that initial run, this near sellout crowd of just a tad under 17,000.
About playing the noon game when you don't shoot it well, the practice court will be
30% on the day for Indiana. They're 23. Mitchell driving into traffic, flips it.
Guarded personnel exceptionally well. Here's in the paint. Really did a really good job defensively on all the Fever players.
Process, and if you think about how often the Fever have had to do that this year.
I mean, you play 4, you miss 4. You play 5, you miss 5.
And acclimating for a team that plays 2 very different styles with and without her. Clark back on the floor. There's Kate Martin, who's played really well today.
Indiana just didn't get enough transiting her first minutes of the game.
Timpson spins and final 90 seconds here on home. They've used that Chase Center momentum, sold out crowd. 2 and 6 away from home coming into this one. Perhaps.
I thought it felt like a true road game for the Fever.
McDonald feeds Timpson. Bright spot in a tough afternoon of hoops. Me here spinning on Timpson. 3rd chance opportunity. Salon comes a lot on tape. She's going to be able to go back as our matinee day game. Caitlin Clark made her return, in big picture. That's great news.